300 grand or so. If it doesn't, the project doesn't go all the way through, you know, where is that money going? So there's always risk involved, even when you're offering these incentives, that if developers don't have a lot of skin in the game, they might pull out, and then you're left holding back.
Again, this just reiterates that the general fund, the balance is not guaranteed.
Right, because the general fund is the fund that takes in all the money from everybody. So it's not a reserve like Tim had said. So everything's paid, comes in, it's paid out of that.
So,
anyways, they did the feasibility study for this new rec center in the Harrison field. So it cost us taxpayers $125,000 because that grant had a match. It went by the wayside because they now decided they couldn't afford 18.2 million up to 31.8 million. So it's like, here's another thing, we're out $125,000 and it just keeps continuing.
All right, I'll make this brief. I'm Jane from PB Swims, and that feasibility study, it's over $225,000. And half of it was from the general fund. The other half was from DOLA. Well, DOLA is tax money too. That's our impact mineral taxes. So if you work up at Climax, you're not making as good a wage because Climax has to pay the state mineral impact fees. So it's all taxes. It all comes out of our pockets. And our aquatic center, Lake County Aquatic Center, it was built in 1974, and it belongs to us. It does not belong to the school. It belongs to us, the taxpayers, and I do have the original contract for anybody that wants it. And I'm going to make a bunch of brief claims, and I have public records to back up everything. But to cut to the chase, these plans were paying for. So $60,000 went toward a Lake County Aquatic Center audit in 2020. We had 5 options. 4 of the 5 options were to renovate what we had. Another option was for a new build. At that time, a new build was just $10 to $13 million. Now that's pretty much what renovation's costing. Before that 2020 audit, the school district did a master plan in 2019, and they said the pool or the building is a candidate for renovation and renewal, but not replacement. But then after 2020, the school district decided they wanted a new intermediate school. And they've applied for 3 BEST grants to that end. Now, the Essenza architecture audit said that, and the Board of Education's facility audit said that renovation would extend the aquatic center's lifetime another 31 to 50 years. And in 2020, November, the Recreation Advisory Board minutes read, for the aquatic center, there are no foreseen necessary repairs for the aquatic center at this time. Then December 12, 2020, the aquatic center was shut down for repairs. 4 months later, the commissioners permanently shut it down. Well, the conversation at the bars was, yeah, they want a new school. So, in a sense, our pool has been held hostage for over 4 years. And we're raising a generation of children who will never learn how to swim. We're sticking it to the elderly that paid for that pool in the first place. And we just don't agree that the county should have shut it down, because we requested, you know, the records and the long-term cost analysis that the county claimed to do, And we didn't agree that they exhausted all efforts to repair it because we followed up with local contractors, a Parkville employee, Chester Pools, Renesas Pools, Associated Pool Builders, and Murtha Pools. And at the time, that repair could have been made for under $200,000 and with a 10-year guarantee. So, and like I said, anybody that wants these public records, I'm happy to email them to you. So, we asked the commissioners at the time, and this isn't to rake them over the coals. You know, they just really didn't want anything to do with the swimmers. But they wouldn't entertain anything from PB Swims. We had an engineer that said, okay, we can fix this, we can address this. They wouldn't listen to us. And then they told us in 2022 that an aquatic center was off the table until the Justice Center was done. And the school district at the time was saying it's the county's responsibility. The county at the time was saying it's not our building. So PB Swims just decided, hey, we'll keep going to the Recreation Advisory Board meetings. We tried to get the county to refer a sales tax, but they really didn't want anything to do with us, so that's why we did that citizens initiative to get the sales tax that passed. We at PB Swims, we are working on our capital campaign, and it's to renovate what we have. It's not to build this new rec center, aquatic center. All these planners, we have discovered conflicts of interest. And incidentally, we see a big one with SE Group. They did the pros master plan, and I called attention to this conflict of interest at the time, and I got in trouble by Bergman. It was kind of funny. But I sent it into the state. The state ethics commission said that while my complaint was valid, they were the wrong jurisdiction. I just let that. I picked my battles, and I said, I want a pool. I don't really care to get SE Group in trouble or the commissioner, so I just let it go. But I did see that SE Group is on another master plan, and there's definitely a conflict of interest, and that hasn't been disclosed. The good news is Lake County School District has taken the intermediate school off the market. Even if there's some kind of magical new build, if this rec center gets built, we, the taxpayers, still have to decide what to do with Lake County Intermediate School. It's structurally sound, and I just hope if you have any questions, go to pbswims.org and email me, and I will get back to you, and I will give you any public record you want to see to back up my claims that we need to take care of what we've got, renovate what we've got rather than building new, and we need to cut out the master plans. We're paying outside consultants over $500,000 just in the last 5 years. We got to be done with that. Thank you. Oh, my name is Jane Carlson. I'm with PB Swims.
And again, so the school district is facing declining enrollment, which would also suggest we don't have a population that is growing. All bad for the adjacent property owners. This was the poster that was offered at the open house in December with the SE Group. This is how they asked us to vote and voice our opinions, which it felt like an insulting waste of time. How were they going to record this, save these big posters? They told us to vote with stickers. Also, the housing projects and the building went next to adjacent property owners, so it seems almost kind of like a bully tactic to the adjacent property owners.
So in this, that Harrison Field is designated as a watershed, is that what it is? So what do you want me to do?
No, I just was.
Oh,
Do you have anything?
no, no.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
We're gonna come
And
back
I'll
to the
put-
watershed.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and again, like Jane just said, it feels like this constant bait game with to fund more projects by saying, oh, we're gonna put the aquatic center there, we're gonna put the aquatic center there, or the rec and aquatic center. And again, why destroy the best ballpark in town? Bad idea, 120 dwellings crammed, in this space, leaving the public with 3.6 acres surrounded by buildings, parking lots, and roads. Everyone voted no with their stickers, what will it take you to be heard? And they wrote no's, 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 no's. And we also have now petitions that are going around. I don't know if you want these now or at the town hall, we can discuss that. And this was never an option, nor this. So the first one was a friends group, this is a dog park. Other problems with moving forward with this development, potential legal issues with the deeds, disagreement among stakeholders, probably low quality, more expensive outcome, giving away taxpayer money in the form of waiving or covering fees, giving away taxpayer money in the forms of TIFs. This is equivalent to a tax increase without voter approval. So again, we're gonna work through this list of the deeds, and we have all these, so if anyone wants to look at them, we have more details, the whole packets, but this is just gonna kind of be an overview of the documents that they kept saying we didn't have, and that we have now. So this is the meeting minutes with Commissioner Trivithan, saying that if the counties will submit a bid, for the acreage, or the county will submit a bid for the acreage, which will be used for picnic, playground, and recreation area if obtained. So this is the
Quiet title.
and, that frame is entailing the entire plat. This says, so this is the, purchase and sale agreement where they went into, options and to purchase with the agreement, between the plaintiff and the POCC. And, they're saying that this is not part of West Park subdivision, where they are saying down in that, segment, in the box, that it is filed inside of, or this plat, which is the plat that Harrison Park sits on, is filed in West Park's additions number 1 and 2, restricted covenants and these are the lists of the restricted covenants, deeds, and more quick claims and stuff with the VOCC and all that. This is current title information, that we got with our current title, because we're adjacent property owner. And really, it's as easy as following the page numbers. All of this is found together in public record in the clerk's office. They're all filed together in the subdivision. The declaration of the restricted covenants following all the, books and pages as stated there. And they're still existing. This further details that, an architectural committee can be restored to its powers at any time. So the restricted covenants of all, shall be deemed to run with the land. That's within this covenant restriction, that they run with the land. Carefully.
What is this restricted covenants? What is this restricted covenant?
A restricted covenants means, so like with our property purchases that we got, that, you know, you can't put a new subdivision on your property.
Well, and there's limitations for,
Because you can't build an
you
HOA.
can't build a certain height.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's, yeah,
There's a lot
lifestyle,
of different.
yeah.
So there is covenants in regards to how tall a building can be.
Yeah, these are actually some of them, like, you can't have livestock and stuff in your yard, you can't have, garbage, refuse, and like, that kind of stuff, drilling and oil mining operations, there's a lot of things that are in there. And you find them in your, asking title company with,
It has it,
your
yeah.
covenants. They're legally required to keep them. So again, this parcel is also currently bermed. It acts like a water barrier, as Tina was trying to explain before, in the middle of the watershed. So this acts as a sink, and during the flood seasons. If they pave Paradise, the runoff will be like rivers through the adjacent property owners' yards below. Flood insurance might become a new necessity. So this was from the SE Group's, slideshow. This shows the relief, from the top of, Harrison Park, by the road. And then the bottom is also showing, I wanted to show how it really is a sink in the middle of the whole greater watershed, through the valley. You can see here, all the ravines coming down into the park. There's almost like a diagonal line pointed to the park from the fall line of the, is it Mount Sherman above, or is that just, which one is it?
Well, I think we all saw that, like, right, wasn't there like the big flood in
The
the
big
West
flood,
Park?
that's what I'm saying.
And the school floods
Yeah,
every spring.
I seen that line, so was the school affected by that?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Hold on.
have you
Yeah.
not heard of the problems of the flooding in the spring? They had to open up all the doors and then try and scoop all the water out of the basement and stuff. The school's been flooded. The new
Like
school,
I've
the
seen
brand new school.
Brand new school.
Yeah, oh, and that was state of the art.
Yeah.
I've seen.
So yeah, perpendicular property owners below, see the line of the subdivision. I can't imagine what's gonna happen if it gets caved in and shot right into the yard.
You're gonna have a big flood. And then you're not gonna get help from FEMA, cause I don't think anybody that was flooded in that year, Public Works came out and offered FEMA, but from what I heard, nobody got anything back for their repairs.
Okay, so, and then they're saying that they're gonna repair this property with brownfields grants, which is kind of bizarre because, generally or traditionally, brownfields grants were used to turn, contaminated sites into parks and green spaces. So that's what we have. We have, a developed park with fields and stuff on them, which, they did actually put a bunch of topsoil to stabilize all the contaminants that are in that property. So we just need repairs and maintenance. And so here is the contaminant issue, that you were referencing before. All these caption boxes indicate that there's, arsenic located in all the top, circling down here. And then those two right there indicate lead.
I have to say that when they did the